I didn't plan on staying there. The hotel just appeared. I'd been driving for almost 10 hours, rain pouring so hard I could barely see the road. My phone signal had been gone for miles, GPS frozen on a blank stretch of highway. When I saw the flickering neon sign through the trees, I didn't even question it. Pine Rest Inn. The place looked like it had been built in the 70s and forgotten sometime in the 80s. Half the letters on the sign were burnt out. The parking lot had only one other car, an old dusty sedan with a flat tire. I should have kept driving, but I was exhausted. Inside, the lobby lights buzzed like dying insects. The air smelled like old carpet and something damp. Behind the counter sat a man who didn't look up when I entered. He just slid a key across the desk. "Room 12, he said, voice flat. "No refunds." I didn't remember giving him my name. The room was small but clean enough. One bed, a dresser, a bathroom door across from the bed. The rain tapped steadily against the window, a kind of white noise that made my eyelids heavy. I locked the door, chained it too. Something about the place made me double check. I turned off the lights and lay down. That's when I noticed the mirror. The bathroom door was open, and from the bed I could see my reflection in the mirror above the sink. Except, something looked off. Behind me, in the reflection, I could see part of the wall opposite the bed, and in that wall was a door. A narrow wooden door, slightly open, pitch black inside. I sat up. I turned around. There was no door behind me, just a blank, peeling wall. I looked back at the mirror. The door was still there. I told myself it was exhaustion, road fatigue, brain playing tricks. I walked into the bathroom. The mirror was old, edges spotted with black. When I stood in front of it, the door was gone, just the wall. I laughed, quietly, nervously. "Get some sleep," I muttered to myself. I went back to bed, pulled the blanket up, closed my eyes. A sound woke me, a soft click, like a door latch turning. I opened my eyes. The room was dark except for the bathroom light I must have left on. The mirror was visible again from the bed, and the door in the reflection was open wider. Darkness spilled from it like smoke. I couldn't breathe for a second. I didn't move, didn't blink. Then, something shifted inside that darkness. A shape, tall, thin, wrong. It didn't step out. It just stood there, inside the reflected doorway, as if waiting, watching me. I grabbed my phone from the nightstand. No signal. 12:47 a.m. My hands were shaking so hard I dropped it. When I looked back at the mirror, the figure was closer, not in the room, still in the reflection, but closer to the mirror's edge, like it was walking toward me through a hallway that didn't exist. I rolled off the bed and hit the floor, back against the mattress, out of sight of the mirror. I stayed there, heart slamming in my chest. Minutes passed, no sounds, just rain. Finally, I forced myself to look. Slowly, I lifted myself just enough to see the mirror. The doorway was empty, but now it was fully open, and the room behind it wasn't dark anymore. I could see wallpaper, furniture, a room that looked exactly like mine. Bed, dresser, bathroom door. Except, on the bed in the reflection, someone was lying there, under the covers, facing the mirror, facing me. I didn't sleep again. I waited for morning, lights on, eyes locked on that mirror. The reflection never changed again, just an empty doorway, still open. At sunrise, I grabbed my things and ran to the lobby. The front desk was empty. Dust covered the counter like no one had touched it in years. The key I'd been given was old brass, stamped with the number 12. Behind the desk was a wall of hooks for room keys. Every hook was empty, except one. Room 12, still hanging there. I left, Drove until I found the highway again. Signal came back. First thing I did was search for the hotel. Nothing came up. No Pine Rest Inn, no address, no records. I even checked satellite maps later. The road I'd turned onto didn't exist. But here's the part I can't explain. 3 nights later at home, I got up to use the bathroom. I glanced at my mirror, and for just a second, behind me, I saw a narrow wooden door, slightly open, and a dark hallway beyond it.